This is the brochure. It says the rides of our lives, visit today. So if you are into motor vehicles and you like cars, motorbikes, transportation, this is definitely the place for you to visit. Explore our motoring history through the many stories at the National Motor Museum. Our exhibitions and displays tell the stories of the people and vehicles that have shaped Australia's motoring history, from the stately to the absurd. I've been there and they do have some really funny vehicles in there that are just really, really entertaining to look at. From the hand-built to the mass-produced, we have the vehicles people loved and loathed, thrashed and pampered. We are all about motoring memories and dreams. See how vehicle styling and engineering has changed over time, from the early imports of the 1920s and 1930s to the sleek designs of the 1960s, from muscle cars of the 1970s to the latest in modern engineering and high-performance racing. Here you can see it looks like an army truck. Now what's really great is when you walk through the Motor Museum, each car will have a little sign to explain what it's about, and you can walk right around the entire vehicle and have a look at the vehicle, and it's so much fun. I'm not particularly keen on cars, it's not my thing, but when I went to this museum I was amazed and so excited by everything that was there. It was amazing. The history as well. Here we have some other cars. And a car with a surfboard on top. That's something that you see a lot of in South Australia. There are some really good waves to surf on when you travel south. So south of Adelaide, there are a number of beaches near Middleton Beach and Waipinga, and surfers love to go there. There's so many places you can go surfing. Take a drive through this beautiful Adelaide Hills and visit us at Birdwood. The National Motor Museum holds Australia's biggest motoring collection. Each piece holds a special story. Hood ornament from Austin, A40 Devon. This radiator is from a Peugeot Baby. I have to apologise if my pronunciation is incorrect, so I'm sorry in advance. Shell motor oil wheel from a 1965 Benelli 250cc racer, and a Shell oil can from the 1920s to the 1930s. The Honda VFR 750R is a high-performance Japanese sports motorcycle. They also have one huge hall, and it's full of motorbikes. They have the oldest motorbikes I've ever seen. They have the really old ones with a side cart, and some of them are quite well maintained, so that the people, you can see that the volunteers that work there regularly make sure everything is kept up to scratch, and they look beautiful. There are many, many different colours and designs to look at, different models. Handlebars from a 1926 Harley-Davidson JD board track racer, and a seat from a 1921 Nur A car Model A. As I said, I'm not the biggest car fan, but I was blown away by this museum. It was stunning. You could easily spend 2 to 3 hours in there looking at everything. The museum is renowned for its special events, including one of the world's great historic motoring events, the iconic Bay to Birdwood, the largest continually staged vehicle run of its kind in the world. So this goes from Glenelg which is at the beach, Adelaide Beach, all the way to Birdwood in the Adelaide Hills. And it's quite a long drive. And when this event happens, you see the oldest, most beautiful classic cars all travelling in the same direction from the beach, driving all the way through to the hills to Birdwood. And a lot of people sponsor the drivers, and they raise money for charities, which is beautiful and very giving. A lot of people will stand out on the footpaths watching all the cars go by, and it's always reported in the news because it's a very big event that happens in Adelaide. Our beautiful grounds are perfect for picnics and barbecues with outdoor and indoor spaces, ideal for birthday parties, weddings and special occasions. Motoring clubs and groups often use the museum's grounds. The museum offers a program of events, family activities and education programs. And here you can see a photo of the actual museum. It's easy to get there. The signage is very easy to follow. There's a huge car park, and there are various buildings that you get to walk through. They also have a lot of toilets, and there are a lot of play areas, picnic areas, so it's just a lovely place to go and spend a few hours in the afternoon. So here we have our brochure. Opening hours from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. daily, closed Christmas Day. Shannon Street, Birdwood. The museum is just under an hour's drive from Adelaide. Now, if you were to do the Bay to Birdwood drive, that goes from Glenelg. Glenelg is probably about 15 to 20 minutes away from the city. But because these cars are quite old, they like to travel at a slower speed. And that way people can also enjoy looking at the cars. So the actual ride can take 2 hours or so. Here is the National Motor Museum in Birdwood. And then there are some beautiful little towns. I also have some brochures about these, which I will read to you at another time, with some really interesting places to look at and view. And if you're interested in just having a look, if you're into your cars and you like cars, I highly suggest you have a look at their website. And they have a lot of photos on there. They have some very, very beautiful, expensive cars. And like I said, I'm not a big car person. I don't know the history of all the cars, but this museum was amazing and awesome, and I really enjoyed walking through this one as well. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.